A quiet number sitting in your account, $10,000. It doesn't make you rich, but it changes something. My name's Matt, and honestly, for the longest time, I had no idea what I was doing with money. I'd save a little, spend a little more, and end up right back where I started. It took me years to figure out how to manage my personal finances without feeling completely overwhelmed. And when I finally crossed that $10,000 mark, something shifted. Not just in my bank account, but in the way I thought, the way I moved, and the way I made decisions. That's why I made this video, so you don't have to go through the same trial and error mess I did. Promise me this, if anything in here gives you a new perspective or makes your financial journey a little smoother, just hit that like button and subscribe. Deal? What that number really means. $10,000 isn't some magic number, but it's a turning point. Because up until that moment, most people are just trying to survive. You're working, spending, paying bills, maybe saving a little if you can. But $10,000 isn't just a balance. It's a safety net. For the first time, you can breathe a little. You're not checking your account every single day hoping a payment didn't clear too early. You start to feel a small sense of control. It's not just about the money, it's about mental space. That stress that used to follow you everywhere, it starts to fade. Because now you have a cushion between you and chaos. That's the real power of this number. It's not what you can buy. It's what gives you emotionally stability, clarity, and a little confidence to make better moves. This is where things start to shift from just getting by to building something real. How it changes your mindset. Once that $10,000 is sitting in your account, something flips in your brain. You stop thinking in days and start thinking in months. Before, an unexpected bill felt like a punch to the chest. Now, you know you can handle it. That confidence changes how you make decisions. You start asking smarter questions like, do I really need this? What if I invest this instead? How can I make this money work for me? You're no longer reacting to life, you're responding to it. That's a quiet but powerful shift. When I first hit that number, I didn't suddenly become a financial genius, but my habits started to change. I became more aware of where every dollar went. I stopped feeling guilty about saving. I became more patient, less desperate. And trust me, once you experience that kind of peace, you won't ever want to go back. Emergencies don't feel like emergencies anymore. This is one of the biggest underrated benefits. Before, when your car broke down, it wasn't just a car problem, it was a life problem. Everything got thrown off. But when you've got $10,000 sitting there, that same problem hits differently. It's annoying, sure, but it's manageable. You write the check, fix the issue, and move on. That's the difference between survival mode and stability. This number acts like an emergency buffer. And the best part? It gives you time. Time to make decisions without panic. Time to find solutions that actually make sense instead of just grabbing the first quick fix. It's not glamorous. No one celebrates you for having an emergency fund. But this quiet stability is what makes the biggest difference in real life. When something goes wrong and your life doesn't fall apart, that's when you realize how powerful saving actually is. More choices, less pressure. Money gives you options. Even a modest cushion like $10,000 creates space. Let's say you hate your job. Before, quitting wasn't even on the table. You had bills, rent, and zero backup plan. But with that money saved, you can actually consider your options. You could take a short break, you could upskill, you could move somewhere cheaper, or you could finally say no to something that doesn't serve you. It doesn't mean you can retire. It just means you have a choice. And choice is freedom. When I first hit that number, it wasn't about buying something fancy. It was about realizing I wasn't trapped anymore. I didn't have to say yes to every situation out of fear. That's when you stop chasing every opportunity out of desperation and start choosing the ones that actually make sense for your future. How you start treating money differently. When you've never had a financial cushion, it's easy to spend recklessly because nothing really felt safe anyway. But once you do have that cushion, you start protecting it. You look at purchases differently. That new phone, that random weekend splurge, suddenly it doesn't feel so necessary. Because what feels better than spending is knowing you're secure. This is where many people naturally start learning about investing, high-yield savings accounts, or ways to grow that money. Not because they're forced to, but they finally can. The mindset goes from "I'll spend what's left" to "I'll save first and build on that." That's the foundation of real wealth, not flashy stuff, but quiet discipline. The number in the bank becomes less about bragging rights and more about peace of mind. And that peace? That's addictive. Building confidence in your future. $10,000 doesn't change the world, but it changes your world. Because now, for the first time, you can actually start planning, not just dreaming. Planning. You start asking, how can I grow this? What's my next step? What kind of life am I building? That's when people start exploring new income streams, better jobs, smarter investments. You stop hoping for good luck and start building good structure. And when you've lived without security before, this new feeling hits you differently. It's not about being rich. It's about feeling safe, feeling capable. When I crossed this milestone, I didn't feel like I'd made it, but I did feel like I'd finally taken control of my life. And that confidence built everything that came after. The real win is not the number. Here's the thing, it's not the $10,000 that changes you. It's the person you become to get there. The discipline it takes to save, the patience to stay consistent, the decisions you say no to along the way, all of that builds character. You can hand someone $10,000 tomorrow and it won't change their habits. But if they earned it through smart choices, they'll protect it, grow it, and respect it. That's why this milestone is so powerful. It's not a finish line, it's a starting point. When I first started saving, I thought the big life changes would come when I made a lot of money. But the truth is, they started at $10,000. That number gave me room to breathe. It gave me choices. It gave me confidence. If you're watching this and you've already saved up $10,000, give yourself a pat on the back. Seriously. Because most Americans haven't even reached that point yet. And if you're still on that journey, don't rush it. Every deposit, every small win matters more than you think. What would saving $10,000 change for you? Drop it in the comments. I'll be reading.